Hi, I'm Joyce. I'm the energy lady. And I wanted to talk a little bit today about your responses to things going on that are not comfortable for you. Um, we have typical responses, and you probably have heard these, that of fight, flight, or freeze. And I'm just wondering, are you aware of the response you have when things happen that you don't like? When things happen that well, there's chaos going on in the world right now, right? There's war, there's illness, there's death, and these have always gone on, but they just seem a little closer to home right now. And so my question for you is, what are your responses? A flight response is typically when you want to run away and don't want to deal with it. Deny it, in fact, and pretend all is well. I always considered myself a runner, and whenever things were hard, I'm like, I'm out of here. I'm done. And I have gotten more aware of that behavior so that that's not my response. But when things are painful, we don't know how to abide in the pain. When something happens, it's painful. We don't know how to be there with it. So our typical response is to make up something about it, or to blame, or to regret, or to resent, we become a victim to the circumstances. And so if you are fleeing or running from the situation, then you're not dealing with it. The other one is freezing, and that is literally stop. And a great freezing response is, I'm just going to sit and watch Netflix all day long and eat a carton of ice cream. That's a good freezing response. Or hiding. I have a friend who actually doesn't come out of her house for days when things go wrong and are not comfortable. So the other one is fight. And if you're a fighter, you know it. I love to fight. I may sound like a real gentle person, but I'm a mama bear and I got 4 kids. And if I felt like somebody had hurt one of my children, boy, I take them on. And I was a fighter, and I don't do that now. I have learned some tools that are better than responding like that. But I share that with you so you know that I've been there. I know these behaviors. I know them well. I remember when one of my parents died, well, my father died, I think I sat at home and just watched videos for about 3 days. When my mother passed away, I was pretty much in a flight mode or fight mode for about a year. I just didn't want to deal with anything. So, when things are hard, and there are hard things going on right now, look at your behavior and your responses. You know, a fight response is you want to take on whoever it is that you're upset with, and first of all, blame them. And then once you get in the fight, what do? You walk away and blame yourself. And you're mad at yourself, like, oh man, why did I respond like that? Why did I do that? And so here's a couple of tools to use when you're in that fight, flight, or freeze mode, okay? I've taught this before too, but number 1 is cut the cords. Cut. Cut the cords so that you're completing whatever just upset you, okay? Ground yourself, left hand, 2 fingers under the nose, right hand behind the neck, breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the nose. And do that about 3 or 4 times, okay? When you get in that fight, flight, or freeze mode, you're the only one that can stop you. Nobody else can. Another great way is to clap, because that will create a state change for you so that you're not stuck. If you're stuck and you cannot get out in front of that TV, clap your hands so that your mind will switch, okay? Try this. It actually really is helpful. And I am vulnerable enough to tell you, I I get in all three of those modes whenever things are hard and painful. And I have learned these tools are very, very helpful to get me out of that much quicker than staying in it for days. So those are the little tips for the day when things are hard. And I'm sure some things are hard for you right now. And if they're not, good. I'm glad. And live your day wonderfully. And so if things are rough, remember, cut the cords, ground yourself, clap, take some deep breaths, and remind yourself this too shall pass, and you'll get through this, because I know you've gotten through other hard times. So that's my tip for the day, and I hope you guys do have a great day and a wonderful weekend, and we'll talk to you later.